Peace be upon you, and God's mercy and blessings. If we think about the topic of sleep, we will find that there are many people around us who can sleep for only 5 hours, and despite that, they wake up energetic and awake and spend their entire day very normally. But on the other hand, there are people who sleep for 10 or 12 hours and wake up lazy, and their body is broken, and they work all day long and are sleepy. So what is the reason for this strange paradox? Why do some people sleep little and wake up energetic, and others sleep a lot and wake up broken? Welcome, I am Yahya El Sayed, but before we start, if you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell so that you can receive it. Sleep is one of the most important activities that we do in our lives. It is very necessary for our physical and mental health. During sleep, our body begins to repair tissues, rebuild muscles, and improve immunity. In fact, during sleep, the brain processes the information we receive throughout the day and stores it in long-term memory. In addition to the fact that sleep improves mood, reduces stress and anxiety, regulates the body's hormones, and many other important things. That's why we can't do without sleep. We talked in many episodes before about the importance of sleep, such as the episode Live. Why do we need to sleep? As for the number of hours of sleep that a person should sleep, here I find that the World Health Organization and almost all medical institutions in the world say that a normal person needs from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. But if we look at the reality on the ground, we will find that the matter varies greatly and differs from one person to another. There are many people who do not reach 7 hours and wake up awake, and other people sleep exactly this number of hours, or maybe a little more, and wake up without feeling that they have taken enough sleep. So, the number of hours of sleep specified by the World Health Organization is just an average number. There are many factors that can change this number. For example, people suffer from a syndrome called short sleep syndrome. These people sleep only about 4 hours a day, and here we are not talking about transient cases. For example, they do not have exams, so they stay up late studying. Here we are talking about people who naturally sleep for 4 hours their whole lives and wake up on their own after that from sleep, in a very natural way. The strange thing is that despite these few hours of sleep, they wake up awake and are fully active. The amazing thing is that those afflicted with this syndrome do not suffer from any complications or health problems. The few hours they sleep are completely sufficient for their needs. Researchers until now do not know exactly what the reason for this strange syndrome is, but they believe that the reason for it is the presence of a genetic change in these people, and therefore this syndrome is hereditary. On the other hand, there are people who suffer from another syndrome called long sleep syndrome. In order to wake up from sleep comfortably, they need to sleep from 10 to 12 hours, and if they sleep less than this number of hours, they feel tired. The problem with these people is that their daily lifestyle, whether it is work, school, or university, does not allow them to sleep the number of hours they need. Therefore, throughout the day, they feel that their body is broken, and they want to sleep and are not in order. Usually these people, on their vacation days, which are the weekend, can sleep 15 hours so that their body compensates for the hours of sleep it lost throughout the week. However, so that no one is fooling around and increases the fat and says, "I have this syndrome, let me sleep." This syndrome is only present in 2% of people. In order for someone to be diagnosed, doctors must follow their sleep pattern for a long period of time to determine whether they actually suffer from it or not. As for excessive sleep, this is a completely different story. People who sleep a lot without their body needing it wake up with headaches and their body is broken. Over time, they may develop depression because of sleep. For long hours, it disrupts the natural sleep cycle and disrupts the secretion of hormones that regulate sleep. That's why even if one of these people sleeps for 20 hours in a row, he will wake up tired and disgusted and will feel that he wants to sleep again. An important point after that is that there are people who sleep a number of hours. The natural sleep, which is from 7 to 9 hours, does not have either short sleep syndrome or long sleep syndrome. Despite this, sometimes they wake up fine, and sometimes they wake up broken and exhausted. So what is the reason? The reason is simply due to external factors that affect the quality of sleep. Eric Chu, a professor of sleep medicine at Harvard University, says that people focus on the number of hours of sleep they sleep, but they do not pay attention to the surrounding circumstances while they are sleeping, which basically affects the activity and mood of the person after he wakes up. In other words, you may be sleeping 9 hours, but sleeping on an uncomfortable pillow. The weather is hot in the room you are sleeping in. Cars driving under the house. The window is open and the light is on. Or before you go to sleep, you are completely exhausted and the tank is full and you have drunk caffeine. And until you close your eyes, you are holding your phone, playing with it. All of these factors will undoubtedly make you wake up disgusted, even if you slept for 9 hours. But another person might sleep for only 7 hours. But sleeping on a soft pillow, the weather is calm, the lighting is dim, you have a light dinner, and the room temperature is suitable for sleeping. This person will most likely wake up more relaxed than the other, even though he slept less. Then the important things that affect the quality of sleep is whether the person has entered the deep sleep stage or not. Sleep is a recurring cycle of stages, not just one stage. One of them is the stage called non-rapid eye movement, or NREM, which alone has 3 substages, from N1 to N3, and these represent about 75 to 80% of the total sleep time. After them comes the 4th stage, which is the rapid eye movement stage, or REM sleep. If this cycle is interrupted and not completed, the person will wake up tired, even if they have entered the first 3 stages. Let's assume that before you enter the 4th stage, someone immediately opened the door on you. Your anxiety about sleeping will greatly affect the quality of your sleep, and you will act active and relaxed. Finally, one of the most important factors that affect the number of hours of sleep we need is the age stage. For example, children need up to 16 hours of sleep every day, while children in kindergarten need about 13 hours. Teenagers need 10 hours, while adults need between 7 and 9 hours. The older a person gets, the less sleep they get, because over time, the body's biological clock starts to decrease, and the production of sleep hormones, such as melatonin, also decreases. That's why if any of your grandparents are alive, may God bless them with health and wellness. You will notice that their sleep is much less than yours, and they may wake up at the slightest sound. In addition to this, the health conditions of pregnant women, for example, the number of hours they sleep varies. Women in the first months of pregnancy need an hour or 2 more than the normal number because they go through severe hormonal changes and their metabolism is high. If they don't sleep for 10 hours, they feel headaches and exhaustion all day long. This is not the only health condition that affects sleep. There is a relatively well-known condition called sleep apnea. Those who suffer from this condition face severe difficulty in breathing while sleeping, and that's why you can hear them snoring very loudly while sleeping. Or you find the sleeping person suddenly woke up frightened, took a deep breath, and then went back to sleep. Of course, when this condition occurs in someone, they don't know that they have it, and that's why it's necessary for the people around them to alert them. In addition, cases of anemia, iron deficiency, or thyroid problems are also health conditions that make a person feel tired when they wake up. But how can sleep be improved? Commit to a fixed sleep schedule. Reduce caffeine and stimulants before bed. Exercise regularly. Improve the sleep environment, quiet, dark room, and moderate temperature. Treat any health or psychological problems that affect the quality of sleep. If fatigue persists chronically, it is preferable to visit a doctor to examine the health condition comprehensively. We've reached the end of the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, don't forget to say them in the comments.